Guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate support. We're going to go to LaPlace, Louisiana today with a story I was supposed to do a couple of weeks ago that I thought I wanted to share with you guys, but I waited to see if some more information had came out, and it has. The story I want to talk to you today about is about a young man pictured here named Joshua Jones that's no longer with us. May he rest in peace. This 23-year-old native of LaPlace, Louisiana, shout out LaPlace, was shot to death by this woman right here, his girlfriend at the time, I'm gonna say Tamira, but it's Tamira Hubbard. That's what it's spelled, but I'm gonna say Tamira, I don't know. She's 24 years old from Marrero, Louisiana. Shout out Marrero. And this girl shot him in his house where he stayed, his mother's house, right? Excuse me, I got stuff on my face. And shot him in the chest, and they said the argument was over breakfast food or arguing over what was being served for breakfast. That's what they're saying, but more information has come out, and I'm going to break it to you today on this channel. This girl's currently locked up. Second-degree murder, because when she shot him in the chest, he died at the scene. He was about to leave and go on his way to church, and he tragically lost his life. I want to show you this video where his aunt sits and speaks about what type of person he was and what she think was going on. And she said some profound things that I talk about on my channel, and I want to share with you guys so you can hear it from her. And we'll come back and I'll tell you the information I found out about this situation. Check it.
A family is grieving tonight after investigators say a woman shot her partner after an argument over breakfast.
The deadly shooting happened Sunday morning in LaPlace. In an exclusive interview you see only on WWL Louisiana, Eleanor DeBone spoke to the aunt of the victim, Joshua Jones, who described her nephew as a hardworking man.
Joshua is my sister's only child. She waited a long time to have a child, and then when she and her husband had him, we were all very happy about that.
A mother with one child shares a profound bond with that child, one so powerful, nothing else could ever matter.
My sister is not doing well. He called her every day, all day, even though they lived in the same house.
Joshua Jones's aunt and pastor, Carla Jones, says her younger sister once shared her love with her two loves, her husband and her son.
My brother-in-law passed when he was about 14.
Now Pastor Carla, her sister and their family are grieving an emptiness words cannot describe.
He lived with his mom. He was just wanting to make sure that everything for her was okay.
According to the St. John the Baptist Sheriff's Office, deputies were called to a LaPlace home Sunday morning. The Sheriff's Office says 24-year-old Tamira Hubbard from Marrero called 911 saying she shot her boyfriend in the chest. The office says Hubbard told deputies the duo were arguing over the food made for breakfast. Joshua died at the scene.
He was actually getting ready to come to church. My sister didn't know that she was there. And I'm just assuming that when he got ready to leave or whatever, that might have been a tipping point.
The Sheriff's Office says throughout the investigation, deputies learned the pair's relationship was volatile, but says there are no documented reports with the office.
I heard some things, that they would argue, that she would argue with him, because he was very laid back. To my knowledge, it never got to a point where it should have been anything this serious.
Hubbard is booked with second-degree murder.
I just would like him back.
Pastor Carla is urging the community to understand that gun violence doesn't just take lives, it shatters families.
Bullets literally cause finality.
Because now, she says, two families carry the weight of grief and heartbreak, one that may never fade.
He's been killed, so it means all of us have been killed. In a sense, there's a part of all of us that has literally died.
Eleanor DeBone, WWL, Louisiana.
All right, guys, that's the story of this young man that lost his life, Joshua Jones. May he rest in peace. And the woman, Tamira, who, it's a weird name. We have to say Tamira Hubbard is locked up facing second-degree murder charges. after shooting him in the chest and him dying in his own damn house. Now, you heard the aunt. Said he just got off the phone with his mom, never showed up to church. He was getting dressed, supposedly going to church. Didn't know she was over there. They had a rocky relationship. Don't know if it was physical or whatever, but he was very mild-tempered, and she was the firecracker, supposedly. But when they made this story, they never really went back into it. And then I was doing some fishing and seeing if anything came up because I wanted to do the story today. And coming to find out, it wasn't over food. People are saying, hey, you know, it's over food. But I guess from jailhouse interviews or whatever, more information from her came out. What started the whole thing was his phone. It was something on his phone, or she wanted to get in his phone and he wouldn't allow her. That's what started it. That's what started the bad blood. Then the breakfast food or whatever, the disagreement over breakfast was the precursor, after effect of them being mad at each other or her being mad and then shooting the man in his own house. And the thing that's crazy is these people, she's 24, he's 23. Yeah, they still young, but they are responsible adults. Been 18, she been 18 for 6 years. He ain't been 18 in 5 years. Still enough time. Family spoke, said he seemed like a good person. You know what I'm saying? Loved his mom or whatever, still stayed at the house. Now, where do you go from here? I'm gonna tell you something. There are a lot of times, man, and you see this with everybody, not just young people. When it comes to emotions and affairs of the heart, people do some of the craziest stuff when they're in a relationship with somebody that they claim they love. Whether it's slapping them, fighting them, hitting them, whatever. It should never come to this. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger and I was trying to figure my place out in life and meeting women and moving forward and trying to meet somebody that you deem your soulmate, you come across all kind of people. And a lot of fellas out here and a lot of you ladies know from these stories I do, there are a lot of people that are hard to get away from once you see that they are not for you. And people throw tantrums, they get violent, and stuff like this happens. Don't understand it. Ain't trying to understand it neither. She was over the house. If the guy wouldn't let you see his phone or it was something in the phone that you like, you could have left. And that's the thing. These people that do this type of stuff in relationships, if somebody shows you they're unfaithful to you or shows you that it's reasons for a red flag to go up, just leave them alone. You don't have to take their life. Life will take care of them if they did you dirty. But I mean, some people don't see it like that. Did you hear what the aunt said? She said, bullets are fatal when they're released. Once you pull that trigger, you can't pull that bullet out of somebody and put it back in the gun and say, I told you I'd shoot you. Or now you learn your lesson. It's not like that. She said part of all of them died as well as Mr. Jones. He was the only child. She said her sister, because she was the aunt, said her sister is not doing well. You lose your only child. I mean, it's bad enough to lose a child, but to lose your only child, after losing the husband died, and now the child's gone, that's enough to make people stir crazy. And a lot of times, people don't rebound from such devastating losses. This whole thing is sad, man. It is. And I mean, she's locked up at 24 years old. Of course, she acted out. Boyfriend's dead. Whole bunch of people hurting on both sides. Everybody lost, y'all. Everybody lost. You know, it's easy for me to go in on her. Oh, she juggernaut and this and that. But damn, everybody lost in this. And mainly, most of the stories I do. They won't get no real justice for her, for what she did, because he's not going to walk out the grave anytime soon. And the mother's still going to have an empty hole in her heart that she can't fill. And a void will always be there of loss for both her son and her husband. Both people she loved dearly. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.